or more than two substances is known as what? Mixture. Substances. While combining these substances, there is no proper proportion of mixing these particular substances. These particular substances can be formed by mixing any of the substances, any of two or more than two substances in any proportion. It is regarded as mixture. Mixture as a type of substances when two or more than two substances get combined with each other, no new substances are formed. There are several characteristics of the mixture. First, we all are very familiar. It is formed by mixing two or more than two substances in any proportion. If the substances are mixed in any proportion, for example, if we mix 1 teaspoon of sugar in 1 glass full of the water, it is also known as mixture. Whereas if we mix 5 teaspoons of sugar in 1 glass full of the water, it is also regarded as a mixture. So there is no fixed proportion of the mixing of particular substances. Once two or more than two substances gets combined with each other, then the mixture will be formed. Besides this, there are several other characteristics of the mixture, such as when the mixture is formed, the chemical reaction does not take place. Chemical reaction does not take place. Only the physical state of the substances may change or may not change. In some cases, the physical state of the substance will change, and in cases, the physical will also not be changing. So there will not be any type of changes during the formation of the mixture. There will not be chemical reaction taking place for the formation of the mixture. Besides this, when there is no chemical reaction, definitely there will be no new substances formed. So we can say that whenever a mixture is formed, all of the substances retain its original properties. The original properties of the substance will remain same during the formation of the mixture. Here up to here. So there are kinds of the mixture that are in our surrounding environment. We all are very familiar about this. Yes, while we use different substances in our day-to-day life also, those substances comprises of different types of mixture. The tea that we cook in the morning, that is also a mixture. The food materials that we cook day-to-day, that is also a type of the mixture. So besides this, in some of the mixture, we can easily see varieties of the parts present, such as in rice. When the stones are mixed in the rice, we can easily identify the rice as well as the particles of the stone. Similarly, there are also presence of those substances when both of these components or one of the component gets completely dissolved inside mixture. For example, sugar inside the water. Sugar solution is also a type of a mixture. So basically, sugar gets dissolved inside the water, and we cannot find the particles of the sugar in the sugar solution when it gets completely dissolved. So on the basis of dissolving of the particles, on the basis of whether we can see the particles of the substances or not, or whether we can see the particles of the substances with the help of our naked eyes or not, the mixture are divided into two different types. Can you tell me what are those types of mixture?
Homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture.
Okay, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. There are basically two different. They are rated as homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So, can you tell me what is homogeneous mixture? Okay, Neeraj Shrestha, are you there, Neeraj? Can you tell us what is homogeneous mixture?
Homogeneous mixture.
Yes, what is homogeneous mixture? Can you tell me, Neeraj? Yes or no? Just tell us yes or no. You know or not? Okay, Sulabh, are you there, Sulabh? Sulabh Shrestha, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you tell us what is homogeneous mixture?
Homogeneous mixture.
Yes,
The mixture which
yes, yes.
dissolves in water.
The mixture which dissolves in water is regarded
It's
as
called
homogeneous mixture.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Any other people who can tell what is homogeneous mixture? Any other? Can anyone tell me what is homogeneous mixture?
Ma'am, the substance which can be dissolved in water is known as homogeneous mixture.
Okay, the substance which can be dissolved in water is a homogeneous mixture. Is that correct? Hello,
The
can you hear
substance
me?
in which solute dissolves to form.
Okay, the substance in which solute dissolves. So basically, homogeneous mixture are those substances. You are particularly right. Basically, the substance, if the substance can dissolve, if the substance can get dissolved inside the water, it is called homogeneous mixture. That means the particle of one particular substances cannot be seen by our naked eyes. Yes, no. The mixture in which a substance can dissolve in the water. That is not the correct definition, that is particularly the example. For example, the salt gets completely dissolved inside the water. You all are very familiar about this fact. Yes, beside the sugar also gets completely dissolved inside the water. So when the salt and sugar get completely dissolved inside the water, can we see the particles of the sugar inside the water or particles of salt inside the water?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, we cannot see that. So basically, the mixture in which components of the particle gets completely dissolved inside the other substance is regarded as the homogeneous mixture. Clear? The mixture in which the components of one particle gets completely dissolved inside the other substances is regarded as the homogeneous mixture. Necessarily, the substances may not be present in solid and liquid form. Sometimes the substances may be present in solid and solid form, solid and gaseous form, gas or liquid form. Clear? But in this type of mixture, the particle of one particular component cannot be seen by our naked eyes. That means it gets completely dissolved inside the other substances. The substances or the homogeneous mixture is also known as solution. Homogeneous mixture is also known as what? Solution. Now, next one is the heterogeneous mixture. Just opposite to the homogeneous mixture, in case of heterogeneous mixture, we can easily see the particles of one particular substances or component particle of the substances are easily visible with our naked eyes or with the help of other microscopic substances. It is regarded as a heterogeneous mixture. In case of heterogeneous mixture, the component particle does not get completely dissolved inside the water or completely dissolved inside the other substances. Clear? For example, mud and water. When we mix these two substances, that is mud and water or sand and water, we can easily see the particles of the mud or particles of the sand settling down at the bottom of the transparent glass. So in this mixture, the component particle of one particular substances or component particle of the substances are easily visible with our naked eyes. Heterogeneous mixture are basically of two types. Those are the suspensions and colloids. So in this table, you can easily find out the difference between heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture are basically the pure substances that are found in the surrounding areas. Similarly, heterogeneous mixture may not be the pure substance. Besides these, homogeneous, in case of homogeneous mixture, the particles can be seen with our naked eyes, or they may be visible. Particles can be seen with our naked eyes, but they may be visible with the help of the microscope. But in case of heterogeneous mixture, the component particles are visible with our naked eyes, and in some cases, they are visible with the help of the microscope. For example, suspension. The suspension heterogeneous mixture, which are in the form of suspension. In such case, the component particles can be seen with our naked eyes. But in case of colloids, the component particles has to be seen with the microscope, but they are the heterogeneous mixture. Clear? Besides, in homogeneous mixture, the particle sizes are very smaller. The component particles are very smaller. Because of this, it is not visible with our naked eye. But in heterogeneous mixture, the particle size may be smaller, or it may be bigger. So basically, in case of homogeneous mixture, we can easily see the component particle, and in case of heterogeneous mixture, we are not able to see the component particles with our naked eye. Clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, please stop writing. So next one is the separation of mixture. This also you have already studied. Yes, you have studied varieties of the methods, that can help in separation of the mixture. Basically, separation of the mixture, there are varieties. Different types of mixture that is used in our day-to-day life, and these mixtures are supposed to be separated. The mixtures are supposed to be separated so that we can obtain the pure substances. We can utilize the pure substances without any difficulty. And in previous classes, we have studied several methods by which the mixtures can be separated. Yes or no? Can you tell me some of those methods by which mixture can be separated? Some of the methods by which the mixture can be separated.
Evaporation.
Okay, evaporation. And then evaporation,
Decantation.
decantation, sedimentation,
Sedimentation.
and decantation, evaporation, then
Filterization. Filterization.
crystallization. Okay, crystallization, then
Filterization.
yes,
Centrifugal.
centrifuging. Oh, so there are varieties of the process by which we can easily separate different components from the mixture. The process of separating different components from the mixture is regarded as a separation of the mixture. From the sugar solution, we can easily separate sugar and water, either by distillation process, simple distillation process, or by the evaporation process. We need to separate the volatile and non-volatile substances like sand from camphor. There is presence of sublimation process. Similarly, we can separate the sand from water from the filtration process. Besides these, there is centrifuging process, crystallization process, distillation process, and chromatography process. Evaporation, sublimation, filtration, centrifuging, crystallization, sedimentation and decantation, winnowing method, magnetic separation is all we have studied in the junior classes. So we are not going to study all of these: evaporation, sublimation, filtration, and crystallization. In this level, we'll be studying two different methods of separation of the mixture, that is distillation and chromatography method. Distillation you have already studied in the previous classes as well. Yes, you have studied distillation previously also. Yes or no?
Yes.
You studied distillation previously? Yes, we have all studied distillation previously. So, can anyone tell me what is distillation?
What?
What is distillation?
Ma'am, that used to separate liquid from solid.
Liquid from solid substances. Yes, okay. So distillation helps in separating liquid from solid substances. So does evaporation. Yes or no? Distillation and evaporation. In case of evaporation also, we separate the solid from liquid substances. Use evaporation process when one substance is solid and another substance is liquid. Beside this, in this case, in evaporation, basically we use a type of, we separate such type of substances which gets completely dissolved into the other substances. And similar is the case of distillation. So how do you separate evaporation from distillation? How do you separate evaporation distillation process? Can anyone tell me? You have studied that salt solution or the sugar solution can be separated by evaporation process. Have you studied that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you have studied. Yes, you have studied the salt solution. The salt and the sugar can be separated from the water by the help of evaporation process. Similarly, in the distillation process also, we can easily salt from the water. So the main difference is evaporation process is used when we only require one substance, when we only require salt or sugar and the water or the liquid substance is not needed, then we use the evaporation process. But if we require both of the substances, whether it is a solid substance or the liquid substance, liquid or liquid substance, then distillation process is used. Clear? So if we require both of the substances, if we require both of the substances, we use the distillation process. So distillation process basically is used to separate salts from the water and obtain both of the substances separately. In case of distillation process, the water will be evaporated and collected in the beaker, whereas the salt or sugar will remain inside the round bottom flask. Besides this, distillation process is also used to separate liquid from liquid substances. The mixture of alcohol and water can be easily separated with the help of distillation process in which cannot be or separated by the evaporation method. That is the major difference between evaporation and distillation method. Yeah. So I've sent you the link. Did you find the link? Did you get the link?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fill it and submit it. Two different liquid substances comprises of different boiling points. They have different boiling points, and on the basis of those different boiling points, we can easily separate the mixture of two different liquid substances. Deepak, please mute yourself. So basically, we have heard about distillation process used in our day-to-day life as well. During the formation of the alcohol, during the formation of the alcohol inside our home or in the bigger factories, distillation process is used. Beside this, for the purification of the alcohol also, we use the distillation process. Not only that, to refine the crude oil, the oil that is obtained from the oil that is obtained from underground sources is regarded as the crude oil. And this crude oil comprises of varieties of the substances that is needed in our day-to-day life. It comprises of paraffins, it comprises of kerosene, it comprises of natural gases, and many more other substances are present in the crude oil. All of these substances comprises of different boiling points, and by the help of distillation process, we can simply refine the crude oil and then we can obtain the materials that is needed for our day-to-day life in separate chambers. Besides this, for making the liquidified gases, for making gases from the air also, we use the distillation process. This distillation process, utilization of the distillation process has got very very long history. As you can see, has been utilized by the people from at least 3000 BC. एकदमै धेरै पहिलाबाट नै मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ के गरिरहेको छ, they have been utilizing the distillation process for the purification of the water, to obtain the salt from the seawater, or for the making of the alcohol. They have been utilizing the distillation process from very ancestral period of time. This distillation process is a very important technique that is used in every field. It is used in chemistry. It is used in chemistry. That means it is used in purification of the alcohol, which is the chemistry, for the refining of the crude oil, which is also a part of chemistry. It is used in industries and factories to run varieties of industries and factories, which prepares the beverages and varieties of the food materials. Also, distillation process is used. Similarly, in the food science also, we use the distillation process. There are basically 4 different distillation processes that are utilized in our day life. In all of these sectors, 4 different distillation processes are utilized. That is steam distillation, simple distillation, fractional distillation, and vacuum distillation. Can you memorize this name? Steam distillation, vacuum distillation, simple distillation, and fractional distillation. But here we will be studying about only 2 different types of distillation process, that is steam distillation and fractional distillation process. Sorry, simple distillation and fractional distillation process. Clear? So there is only very less than 1 minute of time left. If you have any problem regarding this chapter, you can ask me, and tomorrow we'll be studying simple distillation and fractional distillation. Do you have any problem?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Sure?
No,
What
ma'am.
are the 4 distillation process? Can you tell me?
Simple distillation.